Welcome to another happy hour hang, you guys. Hello. We have so much to get into. And I know I say that at the beginning of every happy hour hang. But truthfully, you guys, this Britney Spears tea that we need to discuss is concerning, shocking, not the Britney update I don't think any of us wanted to hear, but we're gonna get into it, you guys. We also are going to talk about Gypsy Rose. We're gonna talk about the Royals, a big tea-filled update when it comes to the Royals and Prince Harry's upcoming visit to the UK. Charlie Puth reacted to Taylor Swift mentioning him in her song, Tortured Poets Department. We also got to talk about Cyrus clapping back about somebody who talked about her hooking up with her mom's husband. We got to talk about Ariana Grande, Britney, like I said, Kourtney Kardashian and Kim Kardashian, a Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco update, a Justin and Haley update. We obviously have to talk about that photo that Justin posted of him crying on Instagram. We also are going to talk about Alwyn's reaction to Tortured Poets Department. Huge Tavis update for y'all as well. Jessica, make sure you tell Nan. You guys, it is a full day. Yes, Peyton, I did see the trailer for Lion King. Did you see Blue Ivy is going to have a role as well? Also starting off with Miss Kim. Hi, Maddie and House of Hill. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Love to all. Kim, thank you so incredibly much. I had a great weekend, you guys. Obviously it was my birthday weekend, but I feel like I did exactly what I wanted to do. It was filled with eating lots of delicious food, indulging in champs, and spending time with my favorite people. You know what I mean? Y'all included. Y'all started the birthday weekend off right on Wednesday's happy hour hang, making me feel like the most special person in the world. So really, the birthday weekend started with y'all. Jelena, hi everybody. Today is Henry's 3rd birthday. Unfortunately, he passed away. I want to thank everybody who wished him well. I love you, Henry, always. Jelena, my heart goes out to you. I am so incredibly sorry for your loss. I am so incredibly sorry for Henry. I just am sending you the biggest hug. You know that we've been going through our fair share of loss since the beginning of this year, and it is truly something that nobody understands unless they've gone through it. So, Jelena, just know that we are here for you. We love you. We support you. The House of Hill has your back. And you know that this is your hour and a half to just relax, take your mind off of everything, and just get into the tea, get into the mess, get into the House of Hill. And so I hope that you can spend this time just taking some time for you. I feel like that's one of the best things about these happy hour hangs is no matter what we have going on in our life, and let's be honest, we all have a lot of ish going on. Life is hard. That's why we need community like here in the House of Hill, because we simply cannot do it by ourselves. We were not meant to do it by ourselves. So I really just hope that no matter what anyone is going through, Jelena included, you can take this time on our happy hour hangs to just enjoy, be with the House of Hill, get into the mess that is other celebrities' lives, and that we can have some fun. So absolutely, Jessica. Nan says hi and thank you. Tell Nan we love her, we stan her. I hope she knows how much we're obsessed. We're obsessed with her, and we haven't even officially met her, but we have. She's part of the House of Hill. Let's see, we have Rachel. I just got to hold my grandson and he stopped crying just to hear you. Rachel, are you telling me that I may or may not be a baby whisperer? Because if so, I would love some of Miss Rachel's coin. Isn't that the woman who does all of the kid YouTube channels who blew up and is super famous? I'm just telling Rachel, if you're saying I could possibly be a baby whisperer, you might be onto something. I also want to shout out Kate. Yay, made it to a live. Notifications working. Yay. Life's been crazy. Just passed a medication administration program, off to state exams, and just adopted another new fur baby. Hope all is well. Kate, you are busy living your best life. you guys know 2024 House of Hills year, and Kate is off to a fantastic, fantastic start. Yes, Rosa, you made it live. You are here live. Hi, I see you. Also, hi, Sonia. Hello from Germany. Sonia, possibly there's a chance I might be going to Germany sometime this year. I really want to see the Christmas markets. You know, I've said it once, I've said it before. There's a chance, not for sure yet, but we're hoping. Rachel said, yes, baby whisperer. Okay. I'm going to tell all my friends who have kids that too. I'm going to be like, you should start putting on the happy hour hangs if they are fussy in the afternoon. You never know. When they hear Auntie Madison's voice, it could stop the crying. Let's see. We have Melissa. I finally made it to a live after a while. Reheating the tea just doesn't hit the same. Oh no, Melissa. I'm so sorry it doesn't hit the same, but I am so, so happy that you are here. You made it live. And also hello to all of our after watchers. We see you, we love you, we stan. We could not keep these happy hour hangs going without y'all. So hello, hello, hello to the after watchers as well. We have Brazil in the chat, Australia, Sweden. Okay, Jonna, I want to go to all of these places. Far, far away is in Australia. Jessica's in Brazil. I want to go everywhere. You guys know, international travel is one of the goals. An international trip for all of us is another one of the goals. You know what I mean? We got to meet up in all of these places. That's the goal. We also have Teresa. Hello, hello. From the land of the Amish. Hello, Teresa. The Amish make the best baked goods, so I see you. I see you. We also have Ruth from Jamaica, Chicago. Joy, I love me some Portillos. I absolutely love me some Portillos. And also, I see Texas in the chat as well. Hi, Rose. You know Texas will always have a special place in my heart. Jessica, I'm also giggling. My Nan says she doesn't understand what a stan is, but thank you. She loves watching with a cup of tea. Jessica, just tell her a stan is a good thing. In this sense, we know sometimes stans are crazy, but that's too much for Nan. Just tell her the fact that we stan her is a great thing. We also have Toronto here as well. Gima Sarah as well. Hello. We have Munich as well. Oh, wow. Couple Germany people. Brianna from Wisconsin. You guys are making it today. I live for it. We are going to get into a lot. Also, George and Robert are in the chat as well. Hello, hello, hello. You guys, we have a lot of tea to get into. Like I said, if you're just tuning in, we're getting into Gypsy Rose. We're getting into the Royals. We're getting into Charlie Puth reacting to Taylor Swift, mentioning him on her album. Noah Cyrus having a crazy clapback to somebody who called her out for hooking up with her mom's husband. Ariana Grande. A lot of Britney Spears tea, you guys. She settled her lawsuit with her dad, had a really upsetting Instagram post, and then on top of that, we have this new report that's giving us an update into her mental health and her finances, and unfortunately, it's not a good update, but we're going to get into it. Hello, Brooke. I'm so happy you made it to this happy hour hang. We also, you guys, are going to talk about Kourtney Kardashian and Kim Kardashian, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, that photo that Justin Bieber posted over on Instagram of him crying, why this man would do this in the midst of all the rumors about him and Hailey. I do not understand, and Hailey's comment just made things even more weird. And then we also have Joe Alwyn's reaction to the Tortured Poets Department, and also a large Taylor and Travis update as well. The Tavis update is exactly the update that we all need. They were in Vegas this past weekend, and I'm living for every second of it. Hannah, I'm doing well. Did you hear there was a shooting at the Weeknd's manager's house in Los Angeles? Tuning in from Texas. Hi, Hannah. I actually did not hear about that, but that is crazy scary, and hopefully everyone is okay. That is insane. We never want to obviously hear of anyone being in danger. A lot of tea today, a lot to get into. Let's see, I saw who said they fixed their door. Robert, having car issues, my interior door handle broke off, but I've had this car since high school. Robert, that's a feat. I still have had my same car since high school too. And I live for it, my little Volkswagen EOS. Car troubles are the absolute worst, so no, I see you and I feel you, but you got this. Betty is currently in Argentina. I am so sorry your mom is not doing very well. Sending you so much love and positive prayers and vibes, as well as your mom. Hopefully you can take this hour and a half for yourself, Betty, and just relax a little bit, because caregivers also need a little time for themselves. Trust me. Poppy, hello from London. Hi. You guys, we are going to have so much fun. Oh, Robert said also my car. Yeah, Robert, you know what? That's okay. Cars are meant to be passed down, and that's how you know it's a good car. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get into all of this tea, because like I said, we have a lot and I want to make sure we have plenty of time to discuss everything, especially the Britney, Joe Alwyn, Tavis of it all, and the Biebers. I keep forgetting that Justin literally posted a photo of him crying on Instagram, and it was the weirdest thing we've ever seen, and we really need to make sure we leave plenty of time to get into that. Also, Sandra, hello. It's your second live. I hope that means, Sandra, that you have decided to become a part of the House of Hill. I'm crossing my fingers that you have seen that we have a lot of fun over here, that you are ready to become a full-on member of the House of Hill. And if you want to join Sandra because you haven't already committed, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, we already have over 200 people here watching. If you could give this video a thumbs up, that would be super helpful. It helps YouTube know that people are watching and engaging. And for people who aren't as lucky to get their YouTube notification right away, it will help them get their YouTube notification. So please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Also, hi, Amani. Hello. Okay. You guys, let's first get into this Gypsy Rose tea. Several tea-filled updates for you when it comes to Miss Gypsy. Hi, Maria. Hi, Jasmine. So you guys, Gypsy is officially writing a memoir. It's going to be titled My Time to Stand, and it will likely be released next January. So January 2025, okay? Gypsy reflected on what this memoir is going to be about while speaking to People magazine, saying that in the process of retelling her memories, so much more truth has been revealed to her, including the victimization of other people in her family and community. She hopes to engage readers by describing her journey, and hopefully others might relate to her or see themselves in her story too. In addition to that, you guys, Gypsy Rose is also going to be here in LA for the next couple of days. She has to promote the second season of her Lifetime docuseries, Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup. And sources told TMZ that Gypsy Rose is hoping she can meet Joey King, which Joey King played Gypsy Rose in the Hulu show The Act. I know Joey King has said that they've like sent DMs back and forth a little bit to one another, but I don't know about the possibility of them meeting. Leslie, I'm with you, right? I just don't get it, and I don't see that happening, but you never know. Also, hi Sarai, I'm so happy you made it for the live. And then the last little bit of Gypsy tea, you guys. So over the weekend, this has to deal with Ken Urker, the ex-fiance who she has been hanging out with now that she's in the middle of divorcing her husband, Ryan Anderson. Oh my God, we hit 222, Kim, and I missed it. Everyone still manifest something. Manifest something for 222. Okay. Gypsy Rose was seen, you guys, hanging out with Ken Urker over the weekend at a music festival in New Orleans, and they were all about the PDA over the weekend. There are photos that were obtained by TMZ that are showing them holding hands, his arms wrapped around her while they're listening to music, like she's in front of him and he like has his arms around her and he's like, looks like he's kissing her from behind. Very much giving PDA, very much giving the vibe that they're more than friends, but sources still maintain to TMZ that Gypsy and Ken are just close friends and that Gypsy is embracing the single life. But I'm just telling you guys that if I was going through a divorce and I saw my husband acting like that towards Gypsy Rose, I would not be believing that they were just friends. I would be calling BS. When you take into account that, the matching tattoos, the fact that that man is still down there hanging out with her and helping her through the divorce, like, it's giving. Jelena said sis is living her best life. She is living her best life for sure. She's living her best single life, but technically the divorce isn't final, which is fine. They are broken up. She's free to do what she wants to do. I just think it's funny that they're still maintaining that they're just close friends, because I'm telling y'all, it was not giving. It was not giving close friends. Marie said, I just don't feel like Gypsy needs to be famous at all. Just live a normal life. And that's how I feel too. I feel like she kind of bounces back and forth between being like, I want to be left alone, and then also, you know, showing a lot of PDA in public, definitely putting on a little bit of a show, and then obviously coming out here to promote her Lifetime series, writing a memoir, wanting to meet Joey King. Like, I feel like there is part of her that wants to be, you know, just a normal citizen, but then the other part of her, I feel like once you get a taste of the glitz and the glam, she doesn't want to give it up. Britney said, I think they're just trying to drum up more hype and get her as much publicity as they can before she falls off or something. With that being said, I still think something's up with her and the ex. Oh, absolutely something's up with her and the ex. But you're right. I'm sure Lifetime's not hating the fact that they're out there and causing conversation. You know what I mean? George said, I would say friends with benefits. George, based on some of Gypsy's past Instagram comments, I would say you're probably spot on with the friends with benefits. Shabria, hello. I'm so happy that you made it as well. Hi. She said, I'm normally an after watcher. An after watcher on Wednesday because my littles had a game night at school. Totally understandable. Brianna said, I didn't even know who Gypsy Rose was. Why is she famous now? Brianna, she is essentially, I hate saying that she's famous, but she is because we're talking about her. She's essentially famous because her case was so insane. Her mom obviously had Munchausen's by proxy, and it was just a huge story that captivated the nation. A true crime thing that now has just completely blown up. And now that she's out of prison, people are just fascinated with how she is going to handle adult life. But Britney is correct. She is a convicted, you know, she is. Danny said Gypsy was raised in the spotlight. Her mother made her famous from her illness. So it is what she knows, in my opinion. Danny, that's true. Her mom did kind of like push her out to the public. Gma Sarah said, I feel like she loves the attention. It's weird she's become a celebrity. True. And then Britney, I am dying because the amount of times I've thought this. The real question is the new D fire? LOL. Literally. I don't want to know what Ken Urker is working with, but again, based on the photos, I think girl is happy. Simply Southern Mama just made it to the live, usually an after watcher. Hello. I'm so happy that you made it. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and move on and get into this royalty update. I'm also laughing at Also Britney. I mean, I didn't expect her to be released and go get a 9 to 5, but I also didn't expect this. Also Britney, I agree with you. Obviously, she can't go get a normal 9 to 5 because I think she's like has a little too much notoriety for that, but also this feels like a little too much. Like TMZ putting a report out about her every day is like a bit much for me. That's why I just got to give y'all the highlights, because I'm like, it's fascinating. Again, you guys know, in my opinion, I feel like the drama with Gypsy Rose and her love life is like the first season of Jersey Shore. It's a train wreck that you just can't stop watching. You know what I mean? Like, it's a little too crazy. I can't stop. But I also don't want to give like too much attention, because at the end of the day, it is still a kind of questionable situation. So we're trying to ride the middle ground when it comes to Gypsy Rose. And I'm still laughing at you guys talking about the D being fire. I'm not over that, and I'm still giggling about it. Okay, you guys, back to this royalty. Yes, Leslie, thank you for keeping me on track. And Epic Turtle, definitely a media circus situation for sure. And the royalty is going to be another media circus situation. Okay, you guys, thank you, Terry, so much. I appreciate it. So Harry, you guys, Prince Harry is expected to make a trip to the UK May 8th. So early next week. He's reportedly going to go solo. Meghan and the kids will not be joining him. This is for the anniversary of the Invictus Games. Now, we've been knowing that Harry was going to make this trip. We've known this for a while. We weren't sure if Meghan was going to join him, but she's not. She's apparently going to meet him for a trip afterwards. But according to a source who spoke to the Daily Beast, you guys, Harry will not meet with William and Kate while he's in town. There's kind of been this back and forth. Is he going to see William and Kate? Is he not? Especially given Kate's cancer diagnosis. We know obviously he's in the process of making amends with his dad, King Charles, but it's kind of been this back and forth. Is he going to meet with William and Kate? Is he not? And this source who spoke to the Daily Beast is saying it's going to be a no. This insider said, quote, both sides understand each other's positions clearly. William and Catherine felt completely betrayed by Harry's memoir. They don't speak to Harry and Meghan, and they certainly are not about to start when Catherine is at her most vulnerable. A separate source noted that Harry reaching out to William and Kate after he learned of her cancer diagnosis is neither here nor there. Apparently, William and Kate have accepted the situation and moved on. This insider continued saying, quote, cancer puts things in perspective. William respects his father's wish to reconcile with his son, but his focus now is protecting his family from stressful situations. So, what do we think about William and Kate not wanting to meet with Harry while he's in town? Spot on. That's what they should do. They shouldn't meet with him. Or do you wish that they would kind of give in and meet with Harry? Also, today is William and Kate's 13th wedding anniversary. So, happy anniversary to William and Kate. You know what I mean? Also, hi, Leslie. Hello. Let's see. Sacred Space said, poor Prince Harry. My heart still goes out for him. I'm sure he would still love to see them. That's how I feel as well. I feel... I don't know. I guess I get both sides. On one hand, I get William and Kate's side because I'm like, you're right. Cancer does put things into perspective. And if you feel like Harry has no place in your life, you feel really that disrespected and disregarded because of the memoir, you feel like you need to protect your peace, do what you got to do. But then on the other hand, I'm like, for William, I feel like there's only really one other person who fully understands everything he's gone through in his life, and that person is Harry, and it makes me sad that they're at such odds. And I also feel like cancer could put things into perspective on the other side of the spectrum, being like, life is short, we should reconcile, what we're arguing over is silly. Even though it's not necessarily silly, I get why they're upset. Harry spilled a lot of the tea that nobody wanted him to spill, so I understand why, you know, William and Kate aren't thrilled with the guy, but still, I don't know. I see both sides, and I still feel for Harry though, and I think that's just because I'm biased towards Harry. Shabria said, was William protecting his family from tough situations when he was lunching around with his mistress? Shabria, that's some tea. We know she denied, but tea. Jasmine said, I feel bad for Harry. I feel like he is trying to extend an olive branch, but they do not want to meet him. I agree. Joy said, what was so bad in the memoir? Who cares? They're brothers. I read some of the memoir. I haven't finished it, but I feel like Harry was just telling his, it's so hard. I feel like Harry was telling his side, but because the royal family has such a reputation and rule to never really give too much information, William looks at it as like Harry went against the family completely because he shared his story, shared too much information, shared too much of the inner workings, and obviously talked about how he always felt second best to his brother. But I don't know, it still makes me sad. I'm always going to be naive and be on team like, I wish that they would be able to reconcile. But to Jelena's point, actions have consequences, unfortunately. I do have sympathy for him. You're saying Harry's actions have consequences. What did he expect? Constantly going against his family. And then Sherilyn said, come on, they don't owe Harry anything. I know they don't owe him anything, and you're so 1000% right. Again, I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to people being sick, and if there is any hope for a reconciliation, I would hope that this would bring them together, but I'm with you, George. I also see both sides, and if William really feels like Harry is toxic, I also understand him not wanting that around him and his wife during this time. But Epic Turtle, they'd be stronger together, and I think there's too much water under the bridge. There might be. And Betty Ann said, I think it's a hard situation, but siblings grow apart, and William is doing right by sticking by his wife. They're both sticking by their wives. You know what I mean? I feel like Meghan is not really on board with the royal family. Harry's trying to balance respecting his wife and also still being a good son and a good brother. It's so hard. Simply Southern Mama, at the end of the day, it is sad that they can't come together and at least be cordial during this time. Agreed. Also, hi Tabitha. I'm so happy that you made it. Superstar Bella, William has not been taught that your relationship with your brother is separate from your position and duties. That is the tea. That is the tea. And Jessica said, Harry and William are different. Harry will always be the spare and never match up to William. And Harry joined the forces. William didn't have to. Oh, yes. Harry joined the forces. William didn't have to. That is true. That is true. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I definitely fully expect Harry to meet with King Charles. Hopefully, let's see if these sources are wrong, and maybe at the very least he meets with William, not William and Catherine. But as of right now, it sounds like the only sure meeting and the only family member that Harry will definitely be seeing next week is his dad. But we'll see. Allie said, I'm too anti-monarchy to not have a bias against the royal family. I'll always take Harry and Meghan's side. Allie, I have always rode pretty hard for Prince Harry as well. I try to stay neutral and see both sides. And in this situation, I do. But I'm with you. I feel like I find the royal family untrustworthy. And even everything that just recently went on with Kate and the whole where's Kate debacle, I feel like that could have been avoided if they were just honest with everybody and just said, hey, she's sick, she's going through something. But instead it was all the secrecy and it made things worse. Tara said, I've been watching The Crown, so I feel like I know so much more of the royal dynamics now. Tara, I'm with you. People give me a hard time and say, The Crown's not real, Madison, it's fiction. That is true, but let me tell you, every wild thing that happens during The Crown, I've looked it up because I'm like, this has to be exaggeration, and it's always true. So I know The Crown is an exaggeration, it is Hollywood, it is fiction, but I'm just saying they did Diana dirty, and you cannot tell me differently, and that is why I'm skeptical of them. Ever since how they treated Diana, I will never trust King Charles, I will never trust the monarchy. They did Diana dirty, they're gonna do other people dirty as well. And that's just how I feel on that. Okay. Let's go ahead, you guys, and move on and get into this Charlie Puth tea. And I'm glad that I am not the only one who feels that way. I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels that way because I get real heated when it comes to the Diana topic. And I don't know why. But I've also watched so many documentaries about her and like her passing and how it was handled. And again, read some of Harry's book and like, I could talk about this all day. I could talk about this all day, how dirty they did Diana. But I will never forgive and I will never forget. Miss Jackie X said, happy belated birthday, Madison. Thank you, Miss Jackie. I hope you had a magical and magnificent day and a start of a new chapter in your life. Sending you all the love and good vibes, my queen of tea. Miss Jackie, thank you so incredibly much. I did have a fantastic day. And you're right, this is a new chapter. A new lap around the sun. I need to set my new goals. I always do my new goals on my birthdays instead of the new year. But you're right. Absolutely. So thank you so much, Miss Jackie. I appreciate you. Okay, you guys. Charlie Puth. This is a short but tea-filled update. He reacted to Taylor Swift mentioning him on Tortured Poets Department. Obviously, that is the track where she has the Charlie Puth line. And over the weekend, Taylor posted on Instagram to celebrate some of the album's accomplishments, like the fact it has over, 2 billion streams or something like that, and the fact that all of the songs in the Billboard Top 10 are Taylor Swift. No big deal. But anyway, she took to Instagram to celebrate some of these milestones, and Charlie Puth reposted one of the photos on his Instagram story. He didn't put a caption or anything, but he just reposted Taylor Swift's post. So this is why people are saying, oh my God, Charlie Puth reacted. He's not mad that she mentioned him. Here's the thing. I am irritated I'm not irritated, but this is one of the reasons why I don't love that Taylor mentioned Charlie Puth, because I feel like this man is a thirst monster. He loves attention. We've seen him do this with Selena Gomez. He like always tries to bring Selena Gomez up because he knows it will get him press and attention. And so he knew that all he had to do was repost Taylor's post to get in the headlines, to get people talking about him. So whether Taylor's line in the song was positive or negative, I'm just a little like, ugh, I wish she wouldn't have done that, because I just feel like it was feeding into Charlie Puth's thirsty ways. And I don't like giving this man attention because, again, I just feel like he did Selena dirty, and I'm just not into it. Cass, hi, House of Phil and Madison, listening only today. It's officially JJ's 5th birthday. So there are lots going on over here. Had his birthday party yesterday, and I've been putting a lot of presents together. Cass, happy birthday to JJ. Oh my gosh, 5 years already. That is crazy. I also hope, at least while you're listening to the tea, it makes putting the presents together a little less painful, hopefully, because I'm telling you, I know those kid presents are no joke on the assembly. So Cass, you are a superhero. Thank you for multitasking and putting together JJ's gifts and watching the tea, and please give him a squeeze and make sure he knows that I and the House of Hill are wishing him a happy birthday. Let's see. Charlie Puth gives me the ick. Literally, Jessica said, after what he did to Selena, I can't stand him. Kiara said, sliding into the chat fashionably late. Hi, everyone. I hope I didn't miss much. Nap time with the kiddos. I watched, it was hectic in my household. You're good. We're just on Charlie Puth. Dave said, I'm always thirsty, especially in the summer. Dave, that's okay. Dave, your kind of thirsty is different and better than Charlie Puth's kind of thirsty. Brianna said, I'm still mad that Taylor wrote a song about Charlie because she knows that Selena and him never had a good friendship. And I know we've talked about how Taylor's line could have been a dig at Charlie Puth, which would mean that, you know, she was having Selena's back for sure. But either way, I just wish she wouldn't have mentioned him, because again, this man, I feel like, enjoys too much when people bring him up. And I don't know why. He rubs me the wrong way. And I wish I could give a better explanation as to why he rubs me the wrong way. But it's just the fact that he always appears so thirsty to me. And I knew as soon as that Charlie Puth line was confirmed that it was real, I was like, Charlie Puth is going to get way too much enjoyment out of being mentioned on Taylor's album. Jocelyn said, I don't think he's been thirsty over this. Maybe in the past, but I don't think this time. I think he's living for it. And again, even though some people are perceiving the line as negative, the fact that he posted that on his story tells me whether it's good press or bad press, Charlie Puth is just happy to get some press. And God bless him for it, you know? I know some people say any press is good press. I don't necessarily always agree with that statement, but the fact he posted it on his story tells me he is enjoying it. He's living for it. And Tabitha said, Madison, you never have to explain your ick meter. Thank you, Tabitha. I feel like you guys just get me. You know what I mean? You guys, I feel like, understand me better than most. You know what gives me the ick. You know, Miss Jackie, you know what vibes I don't really mess with. And for some reason, Charlie Puth is just not the vibes. Maybe when we interview him one day, we'll feel differently. But just as of right now, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it, and I'm not feeling it. But let's go ahead. Allie said, I'm not up on the Selena and Charlie tea. What's the story? Okay, so this dates back years ago, but just like, I'll give you a quick version. Essentially, Selena and Charlie Puth worked on a song forever ago. Charlie wanted to date Selena. They did have like a little bit of a fling, but then she ended up not going through dating with Charlie and got back with Justin Bieber. And again, this was years ago, and he has just been salty about it ever since. He literally cannot let it go that him and Selena shared one kiss. She didn't want to date him, and she dated Justin Bieber instead. And he just simply can't let it go. And he's brought it up several times, written songs about it, brings it up in interviews. Like, still, I think the last time I even did a story about this was not that long ago, like last year. He brought it up again, liked some Instagram, said something in a tweet. Like, this man loves to bring up Selena Gomez any chance he gets. Yeah, Epic Turtle. He thought that she owed him. It's like, okay, it was one kiss, grow up, get over it. She went back to Justin Bieber. It is what it is. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and move on and get into this Noah Cyrus tea, because Noah Cyrus came in super hot with a clapback this past weekend. So, Noah Cyrus, very clearly not here for the world finding out about her and Dominic Purcell, okay? So Noah recently posted some photos of herself from Coachella, and she also her man's. She captioned these photos with Lana Del Rey lyrics, okay? The lyrics read, "Dear Lord, when I get to heaven, please let me bring my man." And someone commented on the post saying, "Like that guy you and your mom both have sexy time with." One more time, someone commented, "Like that guy you and your mom both have sexy time with." And Noah replied saying, "I'm sorry, but will you please just choke on the fattest eggplant just for a little bit? Great, thanks." So, safe to say that Noah's mom and Dominic Purcell, Miss Trish and Dominic, they didn't want this tea out there. And it's very clear to me that Noah also did not want this tea out there. Tamara said, wow. Tamara, when you use all caps, I know you are shook. Literally me reading her response. I was like, Noah, oh my God. Yeah, so she's not here for it. I understand why. What a response, colors, correct. Also just like bold of that person to say that though, you know? To me, the comment, "Like that guy you and your mom both have sexy time with," that's something that we think of, we don't type it out, you know? That's something that should have not left the brain. That should have stayed right up here. It should not have come out here. And then Noah really like went for the jugular. You know what I mean? Joy about choked on her pork chop. And Joy, honestly, that's kind of like the perfect reaction, honestly, to what Noah had to say. I mean, it's insane. Saja said, "The situation makes me sick." Absolutely. For those of you who are like, wait, remind me what happened. Remember, we've now found out that Noah Cyrus allegedly had a friends with benefits situation with her mom's current husband, Dominic Purcell, before they got married. The tea is that Tish stole Dominic, allegedly, from Noah. And we're all still not over it, honestly. We're not over it. Noah's not over it. And Noah's clearly not happy, that we all know, you know? Dave said, "Damn keyboard warriors, they will get you every time." They will get you every time. I still can't believe that somebody had the cojones to type that out on her comments. And then she obviously really got them back. But I do feel for her, because also while that comeback was like a skosh too much, telling someone they should go choke on a C word, I understand that was a bit much, but also I do feel for her, because how humiliating that this is out to the world. You know what I mean? We think Tish and Dominic are embarrassed. Like, Noah also has to be embarrassed. I would never want a headline out there to be that my mom stole my man. You know what I mean? That's just some tea that you hope stays within the family. Some tea that you hope nobody else in the neighborhood ever finds out about. And now the whole world found out about it. And I can't imagine how that has to be. Like, I don't know. I don't know how she's acting like everything's fine. Going to Paris Fashion Week, going to Coachella. Noah said it with her whole chest, George. She really did. If I were Noah, I probably would be in the house for a little bit. But God bless her. Bella said, "I have to be the devil's lawyer. I get why this is messed up, but isn't it also messed up that Noah went for the older guy her mom had a crush, even when married?" Bella, I love a devil's advocate for sure. I don't think it's necessarily messed up. Again, I also think the real messed up person here is Dominic Purcell. Because what this man was doing, messing around with somebody who's 30 years younger than him, I will never understand. I really think the person we really should be mad about is Dominic, honestly. But as far as Noah going for Dominic, knowing that her mom had a crush on him and that was like her celebrity hall pass, the whole situation's weird, right? I don't know if that's necessarily right or wrong, but it's just weird. It's weird. And I think Jessica said too weird. Absolutely. It's just too weird for me. You know what I mean? Superstar Bella said, well, yeah, in a regular family, they're famous and people are going to pick up and dig tea because we're all obviously watching and sipping our water because we can't get enough. You know what I mean? Like me. No, Dominic, I really feel like is the weird one here. Ooh, heebie-jeebies. Yes, please give this video, thank you, Tabitha. If you've not given this video a thumbs up yet, please go ahead and do so because we're going to move on and get into, I'm laughing at Dave's comment, we're going to go ahead and get into this Ariana Grande tea as well. It's definitely, I feel like everyone in the Cyrus family has some things that they need to work through. Everyone. I think a good Cyrus family therapy session would do everyone very well. And Brianna said, I didn't expect this from Noah, and same. Okay, moving on to Ariana Grande, you guys. So, according to a new report from Life and Style magazine, some of those that are close to Ariana are worried about her weight and her weight loss. This insider said, quote, Ariana's been so stressed lately with back-to-back promotions and releases of her album. When Ariana is stressed, she will forget to eat entirely. This source noted how while Ariana wants all of her projects to be successful, she feels especially anxious about how Wicked will be perceived, obviously because of the criticism her and Ethan Slater have received about their relationship. This insider said, quote, Ariana knows when the movie comes out, all people want to talk about is whether she and Ethan had an affair while filming, which in my opinion, I think Ariana can stop worrying about that because we've already made up our assumptions, you know what I mean, about Ariana and Ethan. At least I've made up my assumptions about Ariana and Ethan. But as far as her weight loss, you know, she has addressed this before. She is still with Doodle Bob, a big turtle, still with Doodle Bob. She has addressed her weight loss before. She talked about it on TikTok and said, you know, people have come for her and said their concern, and the photos that they're comparing her to is when she was not healthy and not in a good place and not doing well. I do feel like she is incredibly thin right now, but I also feel like it's not my place to say whether that's good or bad. As long as she's healthy, I feel like that's the most important thing. But I think what's concerning is the sources saying that it might not be healthy. But everyone's has the right to do with their bodies what they want to do. You know what I mean? And I'm with you, Robert. I hate body shamers. I hate when people make comments, you know, when people are too big. I hate when people make comments about people too small. Again, I don't think we should be commenting on the bodies, but this story was out there about people in her life being concerned and her really being stressed out and putting a lot of pressure on herself. So that is why we needed to get into this tea. Let's see. Babu said, I'm sorry, but Ariana had something with the relation with her weight, and it's sad she hit it with the don't talk about the body. Jelena said, sis just stressed out, but I don't know why. No matter what, you're Ariana Grande. Color said, yeah, all that matters is healthy. Even if it isn't healthy, it's her life to deal with. Exactly. That's how I feel too. You know what I mean? Like, as long as she's healthy, she's feeling good, I feel like that's the most important thing for sure. Bobby said, what kind of drama is she going through in her life? The drama that she's going through is everybody thinking that her and Ethan Slater had an affair and that's what ended their marriages. I don't believe her and Ethan Slater's relationship necessarily ended her marriage to Dalton Gomez, but it is of my personal opinion and my personal belief that Ariana did impact Ethan Slater and Lily J's relationship. I know sources have said they were both separated before they ever developed a romantic relationship, but the way Lily J reacted was that of a woman scorned, not that of a separated woman who found out her ex was dating Ariana Grande. So that is the drama that Ariana has going on. And I do think people will be putting a lot of pressure on Wicked and the press tour because we want to see, was it worth it? We're all nosy. You know what I mean? We're nosy in a good way. Jelena, I also feel like we've been gaslit, but that's why I say it's of my belief. You know what I mean? That yes, maybe Ari and Dalton were done, but I don't think Ethan and Lily J were on the same page when things ended. Just my own opinion. Billy said she made her bed. Now she can sleep with it. Allie said, when I was in the best shape of my life, I had a friend accuse me of having an ED. It really hurt, especially because I'd struggled with one and my weight earlier in life. Allie, I'm so sorry that you went through that. Do you, baby boo, and don't worry about anyone else. Ariana, Sacred Space. Ariana has to lie in the bed she made. Yep, but I do hope she gets any kind of help she may need. Love that. Kim, the sad part is he gave up his family and children and she'll drop him like a hot potato. Kim, I don't think you're wrong. I think it is only a matter of time. I do think they have an expiration date. Obviously, we shall see, but I think they have an expiration date. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and move on and get into this Britney Spears tea because this is a lot of Britney tea. And then we still have Kourtney and Kim. We still have Selena and Benny. We still have the Biebers. We still have Joe Alwyn and Tavis. So we still have a lot of tea to get into. So I'm going to go ahead and move on and get to this Britney Spears tea because y'all buckle up, okay? A lot of Britney updates and sadly not a lot of good ones. So first up, big news. Britney has actually settled the lawsuit she filed against her father in regards to her conservatorship and the wrongdoing she accused him of while he was in charge of the conservatorship. So if you guys remember, when Britney was freed and the conservatorship was lifted, she went ahead and filed a lawsuit against her dad because she felt like she was mistreated during the conservatorship. Now we have learned Britney has settled that lawsuit with her dad. Her lawyer, Matthew Rosengart, released a statement after the settlement saying, quote, as she desired, her freedom now includes that she will no longer need to attend or be involved with court or entangled with leading proceedings in this matter. Now, what's interesting is the settlement did not find Jamie guilty of anything, and also Jamie does not owe Britney any money. Unfortunately, with this settlement, according to TMZ, Britney actually had to pay Jamie's legal fees, which totaled $2 million. She also had to pay her lawyer $4 million in legal fees. So when I initially heard about the settlement, y'all, I felt very torn. On one hand, I was like, lawsuits are so expensive, so expensive. Anyone who's ever had any sort of legal situation knows that lawyer fees are astronomical, no matter what level of lawsuit. Like anytime you need a lawyer, it's expensive as you know what. On one hand, I know that it is so expensive. It's also emotionally draining. She also did not get free to have to continue to deal with her dad. But then on the other hand, I'm like, the fact that Jamie Spears is getting off scot-free and having his legal fees taken care of, like, that's super annoying to me. Super annoying. And it kind of sounds like Britney also is not feeling great about the settlement. Now, she's deleted her Instagram right now, but before that, She posted a really lengthy Instagram post about how she felt like she did not receive justice. In this Instagram post, before it was deleted, now it was a little all over the place, so bear with me. But Britney talked about in this Instagram post how she has nerve damage in her back and how she now has to get acupuncture every day of her life. She said if only people knew she had to crawl to her door one time. She said, quote, "My family hurt me. There's been no justice and probably never will be." Britney also mentioned that sometimes these posts seem confrontational and she confronts people on Instagram because she doesn't feel it's safe to address her perpetrators face to face. She then, and this is really sad, you guys, she then ended her Instagram caption saying she wished she could visit her childhood home in Louisiana, but they sold everything. Which they did. Remember, we talked about her childhood home being listed and how it had like all of these original Britney Spears things still in it. So sad. She's saying she wished she could go visit her childhood home, but she can't. Okay, I'm seeing you guys all react. A lot of poor Britneys. This is horrible. I wonder if this has anything to do with her mom, because reports that she and her mom had met up once. Her and her mom allegedly have been trying to reconcile. No update on where we are in that situation yet. Color said this family doesn't care about family as it should. It's all about money. Superstar Bella, poor Britney, her entire family is toxic and lazy. They all need jobs. They should live off the money that they earn. Dave said, had a divorce lawyer that was pissed. My ex and I hammered out our settlement ourselves instead of going back and forth through our lawyers. Dave, I'm sure, because they missed out on the coin, but that was probably the smartest way to do it. Kim, I just want Britney to have peace and love. Mary, I love her so much. This is breaking my heart. George, poor girl. Lisa, poor Brit. Patty, I just hope Britney will get the help that she needs. Y'all, if this wasn't bad enough, now I have to tell you about this report from TMZ that's giving us insight into her current mental health and financial state. So as far as her mental health is concerned, sources told TMZ that Britney is, quote, completely dysfunctional since the conservatorship ended. She reportedly has radical mood swings that the source called, quote, shocking. She also reportedly, quote, is totally isolated and dangerously unstable. One source who is close to Britney told TMZ that Britney was doing better under the conservatorship. They continued saying, quote, she had lots of freedom in the conservatorship and the restrictions were there to protect her. She's not protected anymore. Now, as far as Britney's finances are concerned, she reportedly ended the conservatorship with $60 million. $4 million went to Matthew. $2 million just went to Jamie for his legal fees. And apparently, she's spending the rest of her money like crazy. The source claims that Britney has been going to French Polynesia like every month or two, so often. She's spending close to $1 million allegedly every trip, staying at the same luxury hotel, the private plane, staff, security, all of that. She also reportedly takes a lot of trips to Hawaii, and she stays in the presidential suite at the Four Seasons. And the source says she drops about $350,000 every time she goes to Hawaii. So we have about $1 million every time she's allegedly going to French Polynesia, $350K allegedly every time she's going to Hawaii. The source said that Britney, quote, cannot afford this. She's now where the conservatorship started, in danger of going broke. What do y'all think? Because I read that and I was just shook. Absolutely shook. And I also guess I'm confused too, because whenever the conservatorship was lifted, there were reports that Britney Spears was going to keep whoever the court-appointed person was to run the conservatorship after Jamie was removed. There were reports that Britney was going to keep that woman on to like help her run things, make sure she got to her doctor's appointments, make sure she was spending properly. Like, allegedly there was going to be someone in place to help Britney. Clearly it sounds like that is no longer a thing. And I definitely worry about the people who she does have around her, Because yes, I know the source is saying she's really isolated, but she clearly still has people around her, and clearly the people she does have around her are not helping the situation. They are not helping her spend less money, because I'm sure some people around her are happy to hop on that private jet and spend $1 million in French Polynesia and stay at the presidential suite in Hawaii at the Four Seasons. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's all sad. It breaks my heart, and I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good about it at all. Leslie said, oh no, this poor woman, what an absolute tragedy. She's going to burn through all her money and then be too unstable to earn anything more. Nori said, clearly the people around her are mentally abusing her. And then Jelena said, it just feels like another Wendy Williams situation. Allie said, I don't know if I buy this TMZ report. Allie, I will say TMZ is typically very pro Jamie and not pro Britney. But I do feel like she has some erratic behavior that a lot of times we chalk up to the fact that, you know, she's just free, she's on social media, she's doing what she wants to do. But I'm not gonna lie, something here does feel off. Something feels off. Her posting that on Instagram about not finding justice, then deleting it feels off. The settlement feels off. Something here just doesn't feel right. And I don't know how else to describe it. I just feel like I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but something is going on behind closed doors, and I don't like it. You know what I mean? And I also guess I'm confused. I don't think anyone realized, especially her fans. I am curious where the true hardcore Free Britney people are, because people were fighting for her to be free super, super hard, and I felt like she should be free too. I didn't think like she should be under a conservatorship. But I also didn't necessarily think she should be abandoned and completely left to her own devices. Like, if she needs help, I think she should be able to get help. But what is worrying me is if she is blowing through money, is there going to be any money left for her to get help? You know, that I think is the next concerning question. Like, is there going to be anything left for her to get the help that she needs? Who is around her making sure she gets the help she needs? Like, I don't think the conservatorship was the best option, but I also don't necessarily think her being left to her own devices is the best option either. It's just, I feel like it's a lose-lose situation, unfortunately, when it comes to Britney. Billy said, someone like Britney can never be poor, but for sure she can be broke if this is true. That is true. I mean, obviously, Britney will always find a way to make money, but it's more so like, will she be stable enough to earn more money? I think that also is a big part of it, because she can't go out there and write more books, make music, do appearances. If she's not stable, she can't do that. She can't release new music. You know what I mean? Emily said, you can't just leave someone with severe mental health struggles on their own to take care of everything. It's not going to end well. And that's how I feel too. I feel like the system has completely failed Britney Spears. And that's the understatement of the century, right? The system has completely failed her. It failed her when Jamie was allowed to put her in a conservatorship and treat her negatively. It failed her because it took her so long to get out of it. And then it failed her again by leaving her with absolutely no resources to continue to get the help that she needs. And I just feel like people have continuously failed this woman, and it makes me sad, it makes me sick, and it also makes me think of all of the people who don't have the notoriety and resources like Britney Spears, who the system has also failed and will never know. Honestly, like, it's just overall a bad situation. A bad situation. It is a testament to how messed up our system truly is. And I don't know how to fix it. I don't have the answers. I just know that something clearly is not right here at all. George, it is one big dumpster fire. It is absolutely 1000% a dumpster fire. Cass said, I don't agree with Jamie being in charge of her, but I read her book and she sounds a lot like my sister and her issues, and she needs someone to help her. Cass, I agree. It's like Jamie doesn't necessarily need to step in, but she does need somebody trustworthy who's not just trying to get her money to help her. And I don't know how she's going to find that person, but I pray that she does. But let's go ahead, you guys, and move on and get into this Kourtney and Kim tea really quick. Selena and Benny, the Biebers, Joe, Alwyn, and Taylor, and then Tavis, because I want to make sure we can get into all of this, but definitely just still sending all of our prayers and positive vibes to Britney, because at the end of the day, I feel like she could use them. Okay, you guys, Selena Gomez, or no, Kourtney Kardashian and Kim Kardashian, then Selena and Benny. New report from OK Magazine. We can get through this one quickly. Apparently, you guys, those ill feelings that Kourtney had towards her family. Remember, we were hearing reports about Kourtney wanting her own spinoff, Kourtney wanting to kind of separate herself from the family, Kourtney not wanting anything to do with the family, Kourtney having issues with Kim. Apparently, all of those ill feelings that Kourtney was having, they've kind of fizzled. Again, a source told OK Magazine, quote, Kourtney just doesn't want the bad blood with her family anymore. Apparently, this latest trip that Kourtney took with Kim and Khloe to Turks and Caicos with their kids, this is where Kourtney just really had a moment and decided to let bygones be bygones with her family and Kim specifically. This insider noted that Kourtney has mellowed out since welcoming her and Travis's baby Rocky, and Kourtney is, quote, so happy with Travis and feels so blessed. And I think this is truly a testament that when you are happy, a lot of little stuff doesn't bother you anymore. Whenever you're good, you're Gucci, the little petty BS does not penetrate you anymore. And it sounds like that is the place that Kourtney is now in. You know, her and Travis had a long journey trying to have a baby together. They've had to deal with the family having questions about their relationship. They've had to deal with Shanna Moakler causing drama for them, meshing their two families, Kim being Kim and saying stuff. And I feel like now that Kourtney is really in a good place, she can finally now acknowledge all the drama with her family, that petty BS does not matter. And what matters is she's happy, she's healthy, her family is happy and healthy. And I live for it. Kourtney protects her peace. I also think Kourtney is like been doing great things for body positivity, honestly, like posting her natural post-pregnancy body, not editing the photos, being very realistic on where she's at, just all of the things. Like, I am happy to hear that all is good with Kourtney and the rest of the family, because at the end of the day, I do feel like the Kardashians show is slowly starting to dwindle. I do feel like our obsession with them as a family is dwindling, and when all of that goes away, they're only going to have each other. So I'm happy that we're hearing they are on the same page and they're doing well. Nidza, she was not good because she was away from them. It's like when you take meds that work when you think you don't need them because you feel good. And now I feel like things are getting better. Britney said it's important to have your own identity outside of your family, so I get Kourtney. Exactly. It sounds like she went, got that new identity, and now she's back and she's feeling good. Also, hi, Normie. I'm so happy you made it. So happy that you're here. Allie said, wait, a Kardashian posting untouched body photos? Wow, good for her. Allie, I will say, technically, Kim posted the untouched photo of Kourtney. So at first, people were kind of like, wow, Kim did Kourtney dirty. But then Kourtney was like, no, I live for myself. So technically, Kim posted the unedited photo of Kourtney, but Kourtney supported it and still was here for it. So we'll give her like half props. You know what I mean? Half props. Robert said Kourtney is the only one I like. Kourtney is slowly becoming the most likable, honestly. Amani, I heard the family didn't like Travis. I do feel like that was drama for a portion of the time. I feel like now that there's a baby involved, everyone realizes they better get on board with Travis or they're not going to see the baby. You know, so I feel like everyone now is just in a much better cohesive place which is why Kourtney is in a much better place with her family. Gabrielle said Kourtney was never really into the Hollywood scene, and I agree. LB asked if I've tried Kourtney's gummies, and LB, yes, I have. I wanted to try them for a full month before I told y'all if they were good or not. I've only tried Lemmy Sleeps. I've not tried Lemmy Burn. I also see a lot about the Lemmy Purr, which is like women's health. But I've only tried the Lemmy Sleeps, and honestly, y'all, they're great. Like, I've tried them, my sister tried them, and my mom tried them. Mama Hill tried them too. And Mama Hill normally is very skeptical of any Kardashian product, except for Good American Jeans. And all three of us are obsessed with Let Me Sleep. We just placed another order. So Shay just said, guys, those Let Me Sleeps work. Like, we are a family of troubled sleepers. Y'all know I talk about this all the time, hence why I need a little chew. And highly, highly recommend the Let Me Sleeps. I can say they're great. They work like a charm. They're great. Like, they taste good. No weird taste. Good ingredients. So if you are a troubled sleeper like us, honestly, give the Let Me Sleeps a try because they're really good. I also saw, I think it was Marie. Do I think Timothy will ever appear on the show? Timothy Chalamet? No. I do not think Timothy Chalamet will appear on the Kardashians. At least anytime soon. Maybe in another season, but I don't see him wanting to appear on the show. I would be very surprised if Timothy Chalamet appeared on the Kardashians. But yes, you guys, highly recommend the Let Me Sleeps. Chef's kiss. Go Kourtney. I know people give her a hard time about Poosh and her business ventures, but at least the Let Me Sleeps are where it's at. Okay, moving on, you guys. Let's go ahead and move on and talk about the Selena Gomez and Benny tea, and then we're gonna get into the Biebers, and then Joe Alwyn and Taylor, and then Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. So Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco, you guys. Benny Blanco recently did an interview with The Morning Mashup on Sirius XM, and he opened up about his relationship with Selena. He had talked about how her mom actually reminded them that they met when they were about 18 for the first time. This was shortly after Selena was trying to do solo music post-Disney. And Benny Blanco said he now, thanks to Selena's mom, realizes that they did meet when they were really young. Selena met with Benny to make music together, which obviously they did end up making music together. But he's like, yeah, it's crazy. We've actually known each other longer than we both realized. And he also, you guys, posted the he also, during the interview, real quick, revealed that him and Selena have not done a double date yet with Taylor and Travis. Sad. But he did say he's ran into Taylor Swift several times in the past couple months. So that tells me Taylor approves of Selena and Benny, you guys. They just haven't had the chance for the double date. But the fact that Benny has only had positive interactions with Taylor Swift says a hell of a lot more than the interaction she had with Justin Bieber. So that tells me that Taylor is pro Selena and Benny. And then I just saw someone say, Brittany, talk about Benny's TikToks. Benny just made the cutest TikTok for Selena. He made this TikTok about how he was making her a steak because she works so hard, and he wanted to bring her a steak working on set because it's one of, her favorite things that he makes her. And then he realized that she wasn't working, so he ended up just bringing it to her house, and she was taking a nap, so he just left the food right next to her with a little note that was like, I made you a steak, love you. Just honestly, the sweetest, nicest man. And I know people feel some type of way about Benny Blanco, but the fact that he spoke so positively about her during that interview is doing little things like just making her a meal and bringing it to her. Again, a sweet gesture, Marie. Epic Turtle, glad she's being treated like a queen. I agree. I feel like Selena really hasn't had somebody do these little things for her, and I'm a huge fan. I absolutely love to hear it, and I agree, love God. Let's manifest a double date. We need to see, I need paparazzi pics of Selena and Benny and Taylor and Travis leaving the same establishment. And when that happens, we are all going to thrive, be overjoyed, and we're gonna get the tea, because to be a fly on that wall during that double date. Jessica said Benny is growing in our hearts. He really is. He really is. At first, I was like, now I'm like hardcore team Benny Blanco. Again, that video of him making her a steak, so simple, but just so sweet. As somebody who loves acts of service, I was just swooning over that video. Like, please do something for me that I would not do for myself. I live for that, and I love that Benny Blanco did that. Like, absolutely live for it. Sacred Space, I still have one eye open with Benny, but if she's happy, I'm glad, as long as he keeps treating her right. Absolutely. And the second he's not, we'll have something to say about it, but he still is, so we're gonna keep giving him his props. Okay, you guys, someone else who I don't know if we can give them props because I don't know what the hell is going on. Let's move on and talk about the Biebers. Justin and Hailey. So if you've been waiting for this Justin and Hailey Bieber tea, please give this video a thumbs up, because you want to make sure people can get into this tea, okay? Because we've got Justin and Hailey tea, Joe and Taylor, and then Tavis tea on deck. So over the weekend, you guys, Justin Bieber thought it would be a good idea to post 2 photos of him crying. Now, these photos were included in a carousel. So there were photos of him performing, there was a photo of some substances, and then these photos of him crying. Also, hi Anna, I'm so happy you caught this live. Hello, all the way to Maryland. Obviously, fans were concerned when they saw these crying photos of Justin, because they were posted out of nowhere. The photos had no caption. And then to make matters more interesting, Hailey tried to do damage control by commenting on the photo saying, "a pretty crier," with like the smiling tear emoji. Hailey commented, "a pretty crier." Like, what? And I do 1000% feel like this was her trying to do damage control. I feel like this was her trying to be like, oh, but he's not crying about us. He's not crying about us. He's not crying about us. It just, the whole thing was so bizarre, Kim. So weird. And they came out of nowhere. You know, I know Justin Bieber did recently have a friend pass away. There's a myriad of reasons why he could have been crying. You know what I mean? And also, thank you, Dream Haven. Crying is a good release for the soul sometimes. I am not dogging on anyone for crying. I want to make that clear too, especially because I feel like we rarely see men release their emotions. So I especially don't want it to come across as though I'm like hating on a man for crying, because I'm not. I cry, men cry. I love that Justin Bieber was open with his emotions. My only issue is the optics. Y'all knew that O word was coming. You knew the O word was coming. The optics are not great in this instance. When there are rumors that you are having issues in your marriage, and there are rumors that maybe something, you're involved in the Diddy mess somehow, not in a negative way, and more of something was done to you kind of way. When there's all these rumors about things going on in your life, and then you post those photos of you crying, you have to be prepared for what's going to happen afterwards. You have to be prepared for people wanting to talk about it. And let's say Justin was crying about his friend passing. Hailey commenting "a pretty crier" is even weirder to me. Hailey's comment is just weird in general. Like, if my boyfriend, my husband, my fiance, anyone actually who I'm close with posted a photo of them crying, 1000% can guarantee my caption would not be "a pretty crier." I'd be like texting them immediately being like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I would never comment "a pretty crier." And I know she didn't mean anything negative by it. I know she was just trying to downplay the situation, trying to make it seem like it wasn't a big deal, like it's not weird, like, oh my God, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. But it felt weird to me. And I've really been riding hard for Haley lately. I've been trying to defend the girl with my whole chest, as y'all know. But I found the comment super weird. I found it really weird. I'm so sorry. There's no other way for me to say it. Hi, Black Dahlia. I'm so happy you made it. I found her comment super weird, cringy, and I don't get it. So if someone could explain it to me, you know what I mean? Like, I would love an explanation. JC, literally any other comment. You're right. Like hearts, this emoji, love you. Really just like any other comment than a pretty crier would have been fine for me. You know what I mean? It just felt so weird. Brittany said, I think they're the only option to get all the hate off them is to go out of the media stone cold, but they won't because she won't. I agree, because she relies on social media, obviously, for her business. George said, sometimes it's okay to let it out. I have a feeling that he's going through a hell of a lot. I also think that Haley is absolutely dead wrong for commenting on that. I agree, George. Like 1,000,000%, Justin's going through something. I think at the very least, we can all agree on that. We don't know what it is, but the man is going through something for sure. And absolutely okay for him to release his emotions. Absolutely okay for him to post it on Instagram. I personally would not have done it right now with all the conversations going around. But if he wants to do that, 1,000% his prerogative. Her comment was just so weird. And I know she did not have any bad intent behind it. Like, I know she didn't mean anything bad behind it. She didn't mean it to come off cringy. She didn't mean it to come off disrespectful. She didn't mean it to come off like she didn't care. I know she meant it genuinely and she meant it with her whole chest. But with my whole chest, I have to be honest, I thought it was weird. Like, if I posted a photo crying, like where I legitimately looked sad and not like happy tears, he legitimately looked upset. If I posted something where I legitimately looked unwell and my husband commented a pretty crier, I would be like, what the hell is wrong with you? Hello? Ask me if I'm okay. Make sure everything's good. Like, what are you doing commenting that? It's just weird. It's just weird to me. I don't know. Maybe he was doing, Dave, maybe Justin was doing something artsy and it's going over my head. That is 1,000,000% probable, for sure. 1,000,000%. Bella said, I used to think Haley was great for him. I now feel like Justin has so many issues that he's dragging her down with him, to be honest. And you know what? This is what I've said a lot about Haley too. I can't imagine being in her position. You know what I mean? The comment was weird. Still want to comment to that, but I do think it's a lot for her. I think dealing with somebody who is down is hard. Being a partner to somebody who's down is hard. I feel like she is also in a tough spot. But Normie, you're right. The comment just didn't land right. And it's just weird to me. It's all weird. Again, I know she was trying to be damage control, but it was weird. And it could be positive tears, LB. It could be positive tears. I hope they were positive tears. Maybe Haley knows something we don't know. I just still feel like as far as the optics are concerned, it was still a weird comment. Just because they didn't look like happy tears. You know, and then afterwards he posted like a Toronto Maple Leafs logo and then was just acting like everything's fine. I don't know. It's weird, you guys. Something is going on. Something's going on. The comment didn't help. The photos were concerning, and I hope that everyone is okay. I hope that everyone's okay, honestly. I hope everyone is fine. And I also hope that we get more information and a little more context. So we'll be keeping an eye on that for sure, keeping an eye on the Biebers. But it just feels weird. I don't think they care about optics. Jelena, I don't think Justin cares about optics, but I do think Haley cares about optics. And I think Hailey commenting that proves she cares about optics, because she cares about our perception of their relationship, because she is constantly combating the negative rumors. So I don't think Justin cares about optics, but I do think Hailey cares. 1000%, for sure. I think that is a huge part of Hailey. I think she likes to pretend like she doesn't know what's going on online and that it doesn't bother her, but it does. And I think it does consume a lot of her thoughts. Yeah. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and move on and get into this Joe Alwyn and Taylor Swift tea, and then we're going to get into Taylor and Travis. Joe Alwyn, you guys, we now know his reaction to the Tortured Poets Department and all of Taylor Swift's music that she wrote about him. So long, London. So long, Joe. If you are here, please give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Jenny, I'm giggling. So you guys, this is coming from a new report from People magazine. A source shared that Joe is, quote, doing well. Allie, that comment made me giggle. A source shared that Joe is, quote, doing well and focused on work. What work? Would love to know, but apparently he's focused on work. This insider also said that Joe is, quote, dating and happy. He's a great guy and not into any drama. The source also mentioned that Joe has moved on from Taylor and that he certainly doesn't talk poorly about her. The source then ended their insider info saying, quote, he was in love with her and it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. Well, it sounds like there was a little more to it than it just didn't work out. But okay, Joe Alwyn, so happy you're doing well, dating and working. I'm happy that he's thriving. And you know what? I genuinely mean that. I know I'm sounding really sarcastic, but I genuinely am happy to hear that he's happy, because Taylor is thriving. So the very least Joe Alwyn deserves to be doing is working and dating and being happy. I don't know how anyone could hear So Long London and want to date that man, but everyone's different. To each their own. Whatever anyone wants to do, I say more power to them. I just feel like if Joe Alwyn's the kind of man who can't support his girlfriend when he needs to be in the supportive role, he wouldn't be a man that I would want to date. But again, colors, everyone deserves happiness. You are so right. Absolutely. Jocelyn said, Joe hates the spotlight, but will always be attached to Taylor. She won't be attached to him, though. And Jocelyn, that's the tea. Tabitha said, all 6 songs, LOL, Joe is past tense. I want your opinion about Emma Stone and Joe Alwyn, about the Emma Stone and Joe Alwyn movie coming out, Taylor and Emma being friends. Tabitha, here's the thing about that. I genuinely know Emma Stone has Taylor's back 1000%, but she's also a professional, and I feel like the movie was done at a different time. Obviously now it's coming out. Now they're going to have to do promotion together. And I know Emma and Taylor are on the same page, and that's the most important thing. So I don't love it, but it is what it is. It's business, and Emma and Joe have to fulfill their requirements. Jelena, that is the tea. Tamara said, the same way Trashy can cheat on a woman having a blessing and every woman still sleeps with him. Tea. Absolutely tea. Jenny said, Joe is boring. That's also tea. Sacred Space said, being petty now he can't go to the Black Dog, and I'm here for that. Tea. Absolutely. And then Superstar Bella said, this is how a lot of British men are cold, just like their king. I know a lot of British men are cold, but I also just feel like based on Taylor's album, Joe really did Taylor dirty at the end and just left her feeling really down, really in a dark place, and I just don't like that. And again, I'm happy he's happy. I'm happy he's working. I'm happy he's thriving, but I'm also happy that that is in the past and that now we get to talk about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, because that is the real gorgeousness of this whole situation. Joe Alwyn and Maddie Healy unfortunately had to happen so we could get to the Tavis part of it all, the Travis Kelce part of it all, and that's really what makes us the most excited. It is Tavis time, you guys. Let's get into it. Bella said, Madison, please tell me that you saw Allison has now made her IG profile private. You know I've seen that. And you know that I am skeptical about Joe Alwyn's faithfulness to Taylor Swift. Y'all know I'm skeptical. And I'm skeptical for a good reason, okay? Okay, you guys, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, some positivity, because since Joe Alwyn is so happy and dating and just living his best mother effing life over there because things just didn't work out with Taylor, let's move on and talk about someone who is working out with Taylor, her and Travis Kelce, okay? So over the weekend, you guys, Taylor and Travis were in Las Vegas because Patrick Mahomes, who is the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback, he has a charity and he had multiple charity events this past weekend. One was a golf tournament, and you guys, Taylor Swift went to the golf tournament and was just cheering on Travis Kelce. There is a clip from, so Patrick Mahomes has put together like compilations from the different charity events, and there's a clip of Travis Kelce playing golf, and he like has a really good drive, and blurry in the background, you can see Taylor Swift clapping. And I just, for some reason, love that Taylor Swift is doing such a normal activity, just going, supporting her man on the golf course. We all know riding in the golf cart is the best part of golfing, not actually physically golfing. And so I just love that she was out there. I love that she was out there with him. Susie, I love the giggling emoji because that's literally how I feel talking about Travis and Kelce. Like, everyone, please take note of the emoji that Susie just chose because that's how I feel talking about Travis Kelce. That's how I feel transitioning from boring Joe Alwyn to Travis Kelce. Yes, Viva Las Vegas, baby. Yes, Jenny, I mean Viva Las Vegas. And then, you guys, as if Taylor Swift going to the golf tournament wasn't enough, she then attended the gala and the auction for Patrick Mahomes' charity with Travis. They were seen walking in hand. Taylor was rocking a sunburn from the golf course, so she really is just like us. And at this event, you guys, Travis Kelce actually got on stage and was like, I talked to my significant other and we have one more auction item up for bid. And Taylor Swift donated 4 tickets to the Eras Tour and they went for $60,000. Taylor Swift helped Patrick Mahomes raise $60,000 by giving away 4 Eras tickets just on a whim because she's Taylor Swift. And Travis Kelce just so casually got up there being like, I talked with my significant other and we're auctioning off some tickets. You guys, I actually saw that clip of Travis. Oh, was it 80, Jessica? I saw 60. 80 is even better. I saw that clip of Travis Kelce getting up there being like, I talked to my significant other and we're doing these tickets. I initially thought, I was like, oh, he called Taylor on the phone and they're donating the tickets. And then I realized, oh my God, she was there with him. I lost it, you guys. 80K, I stand corrected. They sold for $80,000. The last I saw was 60. $80,000, even better. So she helped raise $80,000 for Patrick Mahomes' charity. No colors, that wasn't the going price. It was an auction. So she donated the tickets and people bid on them to raise money for the charity. So people definitely overpaid for the tickets, but it's because all of that money goes to charity. So they were in a room where people can drop $80,000 on Eras tickets, obviously way above the normal ticket price. But as far as what went down in the event, you guys, a eyewitness and someone who was there spoke to Entertainment Tonight and said that Taylor and Travis walked in holding hands. They were affectionate all night. This source also mentioned that there was lots of kissing going on between Taylor and Travis. and that they had an overall happiness about them. The source said, quote, "The support is there for one another. The two seem to be in good spirits and definitely in love." I also saw a tweet that said something I felt like was really amazing and something I feel like Taylor Swift has never gotten to do. And the tweet said that Taylor Swift is in her girlfriend era. And I feel like we rarely get to see Taylor just be the girlfriend. Like, we rarely get to see Taylor where she is just in a comfortable relationship where she can be the girly riding in the golf cart, clapping along. She can be the girly who lets Travis lead her through a room and hold her hand and be the man. And then, because this is his environment, right? They were there for his friend's charity event. And then when she's on tour, the roles switch. And Travis gets to be the boyfriend. And Travis gets to be the one who's led through the room. And Travis gets to be the one in the supporting role. The fact that they are able to go back and forth, and like right now she's playing the girlfriend, and then when the tour starts back up, he's gonna play the boyfriend. And I just feel like this is the first time, at least we've been able to publicly see Taylor have this kind of relationship with somebody. And it is so refreshing. It is refreshingly normal. It's refreshingly lovely. And again, him just casually calling her his significant other, like, I'm unwell, you guys. I was unwell when I saw the clip, and I'm still unwell thinking about it. I just live for every second of it. I live for every second of it. Jessica said that's called long distance relationship and a spotlight relationship. They know what they're doing. They're doing their jobs. They're supporting one another. Yes, Jessica, absolutely. Billy, I'm giggling. Billy is the same as me. Billy said, Travis, my significant other, me, melting emoji. And that's how I feel, like just absolutely melting. Bella said, I gotta be honest, I saw an old video of when Joe and Taylor were still okay, and he was smiling watching her do her thing. Dang, it was cute once upon a time. Bella, it was cute once upon a time, but then I also have gone back and read some of Joe's interview responses when talking about Taylor Swift, and how I didn't see the red flags, I don't understand. Like, I just feel like the way Travis supports Taylor is unlike any way we've seen her be supported. Mel said, Madison, you stole the words from my mouth right now. I thought exactly the same. She gets to be Travis's girlfriend and he gets to be Taylor's boyfriend. And it's fluid. It goes back and forth. And I live for it. Georgina said, I feel like I'm watching a romantic movie when I see them in public. T. Caller said, I hope they continue the honeymoon phase and won't feel any pressure. I really don't think they will. Normie said, I can't wait for Travis to get on one knee. You know she's betting on all three for them. Kiss, marry, are you gonna marry, kiss, or kill me? And she's betting all three. Betting all three. You know, So High School is one of my jams, obviously. But yeah, you guys, just an absolute iconic piece of Tavis tea to end this happy hour hang. We live for it. Arlette said, Joe is cute for the moment. She needed him, but thankful for Folklore and Evermore, but so glad she's moved on. Exactly. And Bella, I feel your pain. Bella said, I overpaid and it wasn't even an auction. I just really wanted to see her. And Bella, literally me. My money did not go to charity, but it did go to the charity of Taylor Swift. And you know what? Because Taylor Swift donates a lot of her money, Bella, we should feel good. But yeah, you guys, that is all I have for you on this happy hour hang. I feel like we got into a lot of good tea today. There's still over 330 of you here, and I've been going live for over an hour and a half. That is crazy. Betty, the Are You Gonna Marry, Kiss, or Kill Me is based on an old interview that Travis Kelce did where he was asked to marry, kiss, kill Ariana, Katy Perry, and Taylor. So I feel like she's just saying not like physically kill, but like in a good way. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily supposed to be looked upon negatively. It's in reference to an old interview that Travis did a while ago, before him and Taylor were even dating. But yeah, absolutely such a fun happy hour hang, you guys. I feel like we got into so much. If you're still here and you haven't given this video a thumbs up yet, please, please, please go ahead and do so, you guys. Also, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notification bell is on. That way, whenever the notifications do work, you guys can get your notification. But you know, the best way to make sure you're on time for a happy hour hang is to just go ahead and set an alarm. Miss Cass, she paid her truck drivers over $100K as a bonus. She pays her people well. Go Tavis. Cass, exactly what I was thinking of. Remember when she did that? She always treats her people well. For example, in addition to what Cass is talking about, where she paid her truck drivers a $100,000 bonus, but this little break that she's been on from the Eras tour was strategically planned so her lead guitarist could be home with his wife while she had a baby and like have time with his wife and the baby and give everyone a little break, give him time with his family. Like, again, I know people can hate her and hate her music, but she is genuinely a good person. So completely 1000% agree with you, Cass. Also, you guys, please make sure you are following me on Instagram and TikTok if you're not already at I am Madison Hill with 2 Ds. You guys, please make sure you are sharing the House of Hill as well so we can continue to grow and do more things together. Maria, I don't know what comment you're talking about. I'm sorry. I missed it. I missed your comment. But, oh, I don't know. Sorry, Maria. I'm so sorry that I missed your comment. Yes, there is a siren going on. I don't know why. But you guys, please, please, please have such a fantastic, fantastic rest of your evening, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Pinky promise, if you're still here, you will tune in to Wednesday's live happy hour hang at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. And you guys, on that note, I will see you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of your night. And I'll see you guys soon.